So take a step back. We'll take a step back in time almost 2,000 years ago to Old Jerusalem. It is possibly sometime in the early afternoon on Sunday, 3 days after the resurrection or crucifixion of Jesus, our first Easter day. A middle-aged woman dressed in mourning clothes comes hurriedly into our gathering with a secret to tell and good news to share. Listen to the heart of a mother. Listen to Mary's heart.
The tomb's empty. Have you heard? The tomb's empty. He's alive. My child, God's only son, Jesus, is alive. Oh, praise be to God. At first the men didn't believe, but it's all true. Just as he said, on the third day he'd rise again from the dead. Oh, that's today. Oh, my soul glorifies the Lord, and my spirit rejoices. My heart is so full of joy. One minute I just want to dance and sing. Oh, and the next I want to fall on my knees and worship God the Father. Oh, thank you for this miracle. Oh, you know, it is a miracle. But just as it was a miracle when so many years ago, an angel came to me and said that I was going to give birth to a son, and I should name him Jesus, and he would be great, and he would be called the Son of the Most High. But then when my betrothed Joseph heard that I was with child, he was going to divorce me quietly. But then it was a miracle when an angel came to him too and said not to be afraid to take me as his wife. And he was told to name this child Jesus. But then what a miracle it was when I actually carried and gave birth to my sweet Jesus. Oh, what a glorious night that was. Oh, but it had been such a long journey, and I was so weary of traveling. And then Bethlehem was so crowded, but God provided a dry, warm stall with fresh, sweet hay. You know, it's amazing. I'm nearly 50 years old, and that was 33 long years ago. But I still remember some of the smells, some of the sounds, even some of the visitors that came to see us that night, like the local shepherds from their fields. And they said even an angel had told them right where to find us. All they wanted to do was just to see him and touch him and worship him. Oh, but what I remember most is seeing my baby's face for the very first time. I couldn't stop staring. Oh, all I wanted to do was just to hold him tight and protect him. It still overwhelms me to think, why should I, a simple young girl from Nazareth, be so favored in God's eyes to be chosen to carry his only son?
Mary, did you know that your baby boy would one day walk on water? Mary, did you know that your baby boy would save our sons and daughters? Did you know that your baby boy has come to make you know this child soon deliver you. Mary, did you know that your baby boy would give sight to a blind man? Mary, did you know that your baby boy would calm a storm with his hand? Did you know that your baby boy has walked where angels trod? And when you kissed your little baby, you've kissed the face of God. Oh, Mary, did you know? Mary, did you know? The blind will see, the deaf will hear, the dead will live again. The lame will walk, the dumb will speak, the praises ever live. Mary, did you know that your baby boy is Lord of all creation? Mary, did you know that your baby boy will one day rule the nations? Did you know that your baby boy was heaven's perfect lamb? And the sleeping child you're holding is the great I Lord. Mary, did you know? Mary, did you know?
Oh, this and so much more I have treasured in my heart. Like the time we thought we'd lost Jesus. It was right after the feast of the Passover, and I thought Jesus was walking with Joseph and the men, and he thought he was with me and the women. I mean, he was nearly of age. He was 12 years old, but he was still so much a boy and not yet a man. We searched everywhere for him. We retraced our steps. We went back to Jerusalem. For 3 long, agonizing days, we searched for him. But where do you suppose we found him? Sitting in the temple courts, listening and asking questions of the teachers. But I had been so worried. So I said, "Son, why have you treated us like this? Your father and I have been anxiously looking for you." The words he answered me with make sense to me more now than they did even then. When he said, "Why were you searching for me? Did you not know I'd be in my Father's house?" Oh, words, words, I can almost hear his voice now. In the past 3 years, he has shared words that have changed people's lives. Words that healed the sick. Words of truth. Words that even calmed the winds and the seas. Words that came directly from his heavenly Father. But the words I remember most, that I barely could hear, that still echo in my heart, were the words he said as I was kneeling at the foot of his cross. When he said, "Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do." He had done nothing wrong. He never did anything wrong. And here he was asking God to forgive them. They beat him. They spat on him. They flogged him like a criminal, and then mocking him, they put a crown of thorns on his head that brought blood down his face and his cheeks. And then after carrying that heavy cross, they took nails and they hammered him into his hands and to his feet. He cried out, and there was nothing I could do on his mother, and there was nothing I could do. It was like a sword was piercing my heart and soul with every pound of that hammer. But even then, even in his pain, he thought of me, his mother, when he asked John to take me into his home and care for me. He thought of the criminal on the cross when he gave him hope. And all the while I could see this peace that I'd seen time and time again, and I didn't totally understand. But then, after he uttered his last, "It is finished," and took his last breath, but suffered no more. The ground shook beneath our feet. It was dark everywhere. People were running and screaming, but there were a few that stood at the foot of his cross and looked up, for they finally understood that everything he said must be true. Must be true. Must be true. Oh, it is true. He's alive. The tomb's empty. He's alive. Oh, don't you see, for the past 3 days, I have ached my heart with sorrow in my heart. I have wept till I thought there were no more tears left to weep. But I remembered his words when he said, "Blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be comforted." I am comforted because he lives. He has turned my mourning into gladness. The time for weeping and mourning is over. He's alive. The tomb's empty. He died. He was buried. But then he rose again, just as he said. He's alive. As it is written, by his wounds we are healed. In fact, all the scriptures of old have come true in just one person. My child, God's only Son, Jesus, the Messiah. Oh, tell everyone you know, and tell the whole world knows he's alive. He's alive. Oh, he's alive. He's risen. Oh, tell everyone the tomb's empty. He's alive. Jesus, the Christ, has risen.